What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Eliseo Bastillos.
Good job, thank you. Good job.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the DeVos Fieldhouse here on the campus of Hope College for today's MIAA contest between the Britons of Albion College and your Hope College Flying Dutch. Here are this afternoon's starting lineups. First for the Britons at one forward, a 5'11 senior from Reading, number 30, Jamie Hubbard. And at one forward for the Flying Dutch, a 6'3 sophomore from Holland, number 5, Olivia Voskuhl. At one forward for the Britons, a 5'11 junior from Waterford, number 32, Emily Burness. And at one forward for the Flying Dutch, a 5'10 sophomore from Zeeland, number 20, Kennedy Schoonbell. Starting at center for the Britons, a 6-foot sophomore from Fort Wayne, Indiana, number 24, Rain Hinton. And at center for the Flying Dutch, a 6-foot senior from Grant, number 21, Francesca Buchanan. At one guard for the Britons, a 5'5 junior from Robards, Kentucky, number 14, Sam Carter. And at one guard for the Flying Dutch, a 5'9 sophomore from Grand Rapids, number 22, Sydney Muller. And at the final guard spot for the Britons, a 5'11 junior from Lake Orion, number 23, Evelyn Wishmeyer. And at the final guard spot for the Flying Dutch, a 5'7 sophomore from Flushing, number 23, Lauren Newman. The Britons of Albion College are coached by Doreen Carden. The Flying Dutch of Hope College are coached by Brian Morehouse. Your officials this afternoon, Miss Natalie Queen, Ms. Amanda Bender, and Mr. Tim Swain.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Hope College inside DeVos Fieldhouse. Today you are here for the matchup between the Hope Flying Dutch and the Albion Britons. I'm Carly Van Swal alongside Brajan Crispin. Brajan, thank you for being with me today.
It's good to be here. Good to be back behind the mic, as always. Highly touted matchup today. Albion coming in at 7-1. Hope's undefeated at 5-0. Both teams ranked highly, and it's going to be a great matchup today. Crowd's fired up, and we're ready to go.
Yeah, both teams come in 2-0 in the conference. This is a conference game, so every game matters when it comes to conference play. So both teams are going to take the court. Looks like Olivia Voskuhl will take the tip for the Dutch, and we're going to see number 24, Rain Hinton, will take it for the Britons. We're going to get this game going. So Voskuhl wins the tick there. She's going to give it to Lauren Newman. She'll bring it up the court, finds Muller on the outside. Right away, the Britons are going to move into a 2-3 zone. Buchanan up the middle, short corner. Voskuhl misses that layup, rebounded by Hinton. And then Carter will bring it up the court for the Britons in their first offensive set.
Each other good passing lanes there. Bosco getting a good look inside. It's going to be important to set up those kind of looks all day long if they want to be successful.
Newman with the first steal of the game. She's going to take it all the way. Instead, she dishes it to Buchanan. A lot of traffic down low, and Hint's going to come away with the rebound. And the Britons will take it on the other way. Wishmeyer's in the short corner. She passes it out. They find in the corner to Bernis. She takes the three. Schoonveld looks to push on the rebound. Up to Muller. Muller open on the wing. No good. Carter rebounds. They look to push, don't have a lot of options, and Buchanan's going to tip that pass away, intended for Hinton.
That's something we've seen all season long. This Dutch women's team is so fast in transition, and they're going to need to win the transition game today. It's really important to come out fast. Also, a quick shout out to my grandpa, Chris Crispin, listening in today from Phoenix, Arizona. Appreciate you listening. So thank you very much. Love you as always.
Britons up top have the ball. Hubbard's picked up her dribble. Carter's there to help. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Carter against Newman. Double team from Muller. Wide open is Wishmeyer. She's going to get a three. The first points of the game from Wishmeyer.
And that's what happens when you start to lag back on defense. Someone opens up, unable to recover on time, and Albion jumps out to the three-point lead.
Muller on the wing. Surveys her options, finds Buchanan up top. She looks for Newman. Newman's going to take the jumper three, just short. Rebounded from Bernis. Little chipped up from Muller. She recovers, and Carter will slow it up.
So Hope is usually a high-scoring team, something we've seen all season, but unable to get something going here. I know it's still early, of course. It's only a three-point game, but you'd like to see Hope starting to get some kind of offensive consistency as we get further into play.
Rain Hinton in the lane's going to get called for a travel.
You only get 2 steps in game basketball. Took a little more than that. Just explaining the rules to refresh myself.
It's good for everybody. Newman on the wing. She drives, kicks out to Schoonveld. She goes for the three. No good. Bosco comes charging in for the rebound. Foul will be called. Looks like that's going to be on the Britons, so that's going to go on Jamie Hubbard.
Albion falls on number 30, Jamie.
So the Dutch will get an out-of-bounds play here. Muller on the baseline. Quickly goes to Voskel. Schoonveld has it. Heavily defended. Finds Buchanan on the baseline. Missed pass by Newman. Schoonveld tries to save it. On the ground, Britons have it. Carter takes it up. And we're going to get a foul call. That's going to be on Olivia Voskel on a reach.
Number 5, Olivia Voskel, that is her first.
It's a good job by Vosco crashing the glass, trying to create second chance opportunities, but got to clean up the turnovers. 3-0 here. 7:18 left in quarter number 1.
Inbounds to Carter. Pressure from Newman. She looks to drive. Picks up her dribble. Finds Bernis. Voskel tips it away. She's going to go on a breakaway. She doesn't finish. Rebounded from the Britons. Carter will take it back up the middle, and she slows it up. And that's just some great defense, Prajan, right there by Jamie Hubbard, but that's a shot Vosco shouldn't have missed.
You got to finish at the rim.
Hubbard misses the three, rebounded from Voskel.
Steals are great, but it's always more important to capitalize.
Right. Schoonveld has it, sets it back to Newman so she can set up the offense. Britons go to a man-to-man. Voskel goes inward to Buchanan. Nice high-low 1-2 pass right there, and a great finish by Buchanan.
Finally see those passing lanes open up, trying to get some opportunities inside. Hope capitalizing on some great passing from the Dutch offense. 3-2.
Wishmeyer has it on the wing, guarded by Schoonveld. She wants something to happen. She drives baseline, cross-court pass to Bernis, and Bernis is going to take the three. She sinks it, and the Britons are going to go for a 1-2-2 press.
Not something you see often early on in a game like this, but
Pass ahead from Newman to Muller. They'll bring it back to Schoonveld. They find Newman again. She drives.
And that's always the danger of running and press. Someone's going to be open, and we get a foul call.
And that's a big thing, especially on a trap defense. You got to have that help rotation there. And to get back on defense, if you're on the top half of that press and you get beat, you got to hustle back to try to find a man, because stuff like that is going to happen. Russell has it out of bounds. Russell and Gerber check into the game. Schoonveld has it. She uses the pick from Schoonveld. She drives, and Schoonveld finishes. Good finish.
The only Albion offense we've seen so far. The only Albion offense we've seen so far is from beyond the arc. Hope doing a good job of locking up anything inside.
And Gerber tripped up Hubbard. It's on the ground, and she'll call a timeout. So that's going to be a 30-second timeout from the Britons. We'll keep it right here. We'll see a replay of that right here.
30-second timeout.
Good defense by Gerber. And Berjan, what have you seen here specifically from the Dutch? I mean, it's a 6-point, it's a 2-point lead. Excuse me, can't talk. Looking at the score and trying to do math. Not that
It's okay. It's fine this week. It's okay.
I appreciate that.
We're allowed to not be able to talk.
So the Dutch usually want to jump ahead pretty quickly. And with only 5 minutes left to go, what do you think has led to them only scoring 4 points?
Well, they've been a little bit sloppy with the ball on the front court of their offense. They're a good 3-point shooting team, and they really haven't been able to do anything with that. They're getting beat defensively on the arc, and they haven't had a lot of opportunity to win in the transition game, which is where they get a lot of their points from. So they're going to need to step it up in those areas, get back into their set offense, go to their playmakers, which realistically is about everyone on the roster can score. But I think they need to be more consistent in setting up their offense. Go back to what works.
Oh, so Buchanan's going to tip that one out of bounds. Taken out by Carter. Long inbounds play to Brittany Lutz, who checked into the game. And that's going to go in favor of the Dutch. And as well as De Schmidt for the Dutch, who will take the ball up the court.
That's a great defensive effort by Kayla Russell. Playing the pass and the ball going out of bounds leads to a turnover.
Great cut by Schoonveld. Berjan, it seems to look like that kind of high-low passing, that cut along that baseline has really worked well in the last couple offensive sets for the Dutch.
Yeah, getting those defenders moving in space, kind of getting caught up in traffic, leads to an open player. That'll be an offensive foul.
I think Hubbard stepped on the baseline. I don't know if it was a foul. I think it was just an out-of-bounds call, but.
That is correct. My fault. I forgot how to read basketball signs.
That's okay. Finals week kind of trips us up. Schoonveld with a three, wide open. That is not a player you can leave wide open on the three-point line.
So Schoonveld with a quick 7 has this Hope team up in front.
In the corner. Albion trips it up. Schoonveld's going to have it. Coach Mo's going to call a timeout. He's going to call a 30-second timeout. And I mean, not a long time since that last timeout, but what do you think was kind of the difference maker? From then and now, we're going to see a replay here of that last play from Schoonveld.
Honestly, I think Hope is just, first of all, I think they're the better team. I think they're more fundamentally sound. And I think they're just trying to get back to their identity, who they are as a team. They're a team that can push the ball, a team that can move the ball down the floor, create open opportunities, and it helps when Schoonveld goes off for 7 points in about a minute.
It helps when someone steps up.
And Hope is one of those teams that once they're ahead, that kind of don't look back and they just keep the foot on the gas. So Hope with the 3-point lead, 4:24 remaining in the first quarter. So we take you back to play.
And you do have to give the Britons a lot of credit. Their defensive effort in this first quarter has been phenomenal. I mean, holding the Dutch to 9 points with 4 minutes left to go, and usually Hope is up by 8 to 10 points by now. The Britons are doing a phenomenal job of not being fazed by what we call our all-star Hope team.
And Albion only allowing 1 shot from beyond the arc. Granted, it went in.
Yeah.
But they've done a good job on making Hope a one-dimensional offensive team.
Yeah.
Hope obviously trying to become two-dimensional and run the score up.
And I respect the decisions of Coach Carden, like mixing it up on the defensive end, going with zone, man, throwing in some press, even if it's just for 1 or 2 possessions with a great three-pointer right there from DeSchmidt. But if you just mix it up, that's 3 possessions where they see something new and they don't know what's going to be thrown at them next. So Carter heavily pressured by DeSchmidt in the corner. They find Wishmeyer, cross court. This ball's going to go out to Gilliam. And she's going to take it all the way.
It's one of the first interior points we've seen from this Britain team.
Gilliam just entered the game. That's what you want to see off someone who just came off the bench. Quick 2-point. Gerber has it. She brings it into Buchanan. Buchanan goes for the up and under, and she'll draw the foul.
We should get a replay here soon.
And I think, Bajan, we talked a lot about offensive stuff that we need to see a little bit more from the Dutch, and Frankie Buchanan is one of those things. Give it and down low to her. She's had some really great defense from Rain Hinton to try to maintain her a little bit, as we see a replay right here. But working it in and out is going to be a really huge thing for the Dutch.
Yeah, just being the more physical team inside. May not necessarily lead to points right away, but it gets you a trip to the charity stripe.
Gerber will rebound that miss. She brings it into Russell. She kicks it out to DeSchmidt. DeSchmidt kind of sneaks that one in.
So a quick 6 from DeSchmidt has this Hope team up 8.
And the Dutch are fired up, but we're going to get a foul called on DeSchmidt. And we're also going to see Jenny Beckman, who checked into the game for the Dutch, and Ashley Thomas comes in, as well as Emily Burness will come back in for the Britons.
So Hope was having trouble scoring early on, and all of a sudden pouring it in. Unselfish basketball too, spreading the ball. Not always having to be the one to take the shot necessarily, and creating space for these playmakers.
Gilliam with the ball. Gerber mixes her up on the ground. Looks like it was between Russell and Gilliam. That's going to be called a jump ball. That'll stay for the Britons.
It's good hustle by both teams, but now the next jump ball will go the way of Hope. So good pressure defensively. Sacrifice themselves, throw themselves on the ground and for the ball.
Those are the kind of hustle plays you like to see.
That's really the kind of hustle plays you expect from a top-ranked team like Hope is.
So Jenny Beckman's going to get called on the reach against Burness.
So 2:55 remaining in the first quarter. Hope up 16-8 in this touted conference matchup.
Salutes to Carter. Carter has it against DeSchmidt. DeSchmidt mixes her up. She picks up her dribble. Goes across to Gilliam. Gerber went for the pass, but Gilliam no good. Rebounded by Gerber. She picks up her dribble. Russell's there to help. She slows it up to DeSchmidt.
This Hope team is going to be looking for to get Ashley Thomas going inside.
Beckman drives. She hands out to Gerber. Gerber finds Russell. Russell drives. She looks to take it. No good. Rebounded from Hinton.
It's kind of an awkward shot angle, too. I like to see Thomas get moving inside, one of the tallest players on the floor.
Getting a better angle, too. Good backdoor cut there from Burness.
The fans in the stands hoping for a charge, but it'll be a blocking foul.
So that's going to be a foul on Gerber.
Take a look at a replay. She looks set to me, but again, I don't wear the stripes, so the call stands, and the first bucket will fall through.
We're going to see a couple subs from the Dutch. Voskel, Muller, and Newman come into the game, as well as Evelyn Wishmeyer checks back in for the Britons. Give Carter a well-deserved break.
Something Coach Mo is so good at is changing his line, so to speak. Everyone's fresh and ready to go.
And that second one is good, and something that's kind of dangerous about this 5 right now is this is all sophomores out here.
Yeah, this is such a young team, such a deep team. It's going to be MIAA dominance and national dominance really for years to come.
Good poise by the Dutch to break the press. Trap up top. Voskel drives. She's going to go for the jumper. No good. Rebounded from Gilliam. Lutz looks to push. Gilliam has it. Looks for some help, picks up her dribble. Bernice drives, goes past not one but two defenders on the baseline. Lutz shot blocked by Voskel. Newman tips it up to her. Voskel's gonna take it. Muller on the baseline, no good for the reverse. Hinton gets the rebound and looks to push a little bit. She doesn't have numbers.
Some chaotic basketball in the past 20 seconds. I'm trying to recollect defensively.
No good from Hinton. Newman wants to push. Beckman in the corner. That's going to be long. Rebounded by Hinton, and holy cow, Hinton has been a rebounding machine in this first quarter. 1 minute left to go, 16-10, and we're going to get a replay of that, but Bergeon's got it right. Some hectic, chaotic basketball going on right now for both squads.
And it seemed like Hope had some momentum, and they're only up 6 right now with the minute remaining in the first quarter, so Hope still hasn't been able to separate themselves like they have been from other teams, and I think that also is just a testament to Albion and their program, and they all seem to stick around later into conference play.
So that'll be the 5th foul. We'll go into the bonus. Hinton has her shot at getting her first points of the game.
The sophomore from Fort Wayne, Indiana, Woodland High School.
Gets the first. We'll see Carter check back into the game as well as Jamie Hubbard. She doesn't get the second one. Good rebound from Wishmeyer.
Second chance points. Yeah, that's great hustle offensively.
Newman to Thomas. Thomas drives to Muller. Muller can't get in the lane. They find Newman up top. Newman's gonna get the 3 to go, and that's the type of play that the Dutch needed.
Up 6 now, about 30 seconds left on the clock.
So Newman's gonna get called for the push. Send Carter to the free throw line.
.3 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Hope up 19-13.
Carter makes the first. It's her first point of the game. Short on the second one, rebounded by Muller. She's gonna slow it up. Newman has it against Carter. She drives left.
Hope can take the last shot if they want to.
Thomas to Muller, Muller up top. Bosco with a lob pass to Thomas. Thomas can't hold on to it. Shot clock off, 5 seconds to go. Bernice is gonna take the shot, no luck. Newman's gonna rebound it, and there's gonna be a foul called. I think that's gonna be called on Newman. Oh, on Kayla. No. Oh, it's on purple 24, so that's gonna be on Rain Hinton.
A little bit of chaos with the officials right now, trying to figure out what the call is.
You saw the replay right there.
I did not see a foul. If anything, I thought it would have been on Newman.
Yep.
And they're going to walk over to the scores table to discuss it now.
So the ref's going to say it was a late whistle. So they're going to put .4 on the clock. We're going to see another replay of that from a different angle. Once again, you can be the judge from home. Now it looks like Gillum's going to sub in.
So 0.4 of a second are going to go on the clock.
And Amanda Larson will check into the game for the Britons. So the Britons are going to put on the full court pressure. And that ball is just going to be inbounded, and the Dutch will hold on to it. So that'll do it for us for the first quarter, 19-14 in favor of the Dutch. We're going to take a quick break in between quarters to hear a word from our wonderful sponsors.
You know, when you're more than a manager, you're not just saying, wow, you came in, thanks for coming in, and you know, this is what your investment did. It's so much more than that. There's so much more going on in their lives than just these investments, and it's good to understand that totality so that you can say, well, you know, I know there's a better way of doing this, or I have a resource. I know, you know, there's some other resources that we can help you with here. So it's not just financial planning, it's serving people. It's serving people and loving on people, and that's very joyful.
Welcome back to DeVos Fieldhouse inside of Hope College. Once again, the matchup between the Albion Britons and the Hope College Flying Dutch. The Dutch had the lead 19-14. You just heard a word from our wonderful sponsors, Lawrence and Vandersworth, who do so much for us here at Hope College. We're very thankful for them in making this broadcast possible. Berjan, what did you see in that first quarter, I guess, for both teams?
I saw some sloppy play, saw some mass confusion, really from my part. But I see two teams trying to find their offensive identities. Hope found it later on in the quarter. Struggled early, but is succeeding from three-point range. And as I speak, the three-point shot goes errant, and we'll get a loose ball foul against the Dutch. It'll be Albion ball.
All right, it's going to be foul on Muller.
Hope College foul number 22, Sydney Muller. That is her second.
And it's a little bit of replay right there. So
that is Muller's second. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're fine. You're fine. So Carter's going to take the ball for the Britons. And Rajan, I think those are some great insights. I don't think either team have really settled into this game. As Hinton's going to take the little jumper rebounded by Schoonveld. I think both teams are just, not finding high-quality shots, just kind of rushing through everything. Buchanan's going to take that ball. That's going to be fouled on, or she'll have to get the foul on Hubbard.
So Buchanan will head to the charity stripe. And as she does, fans, make sure to download the free mobile app. Get the latest score updates, statistics, and game recaps on your phone from the new free Hope Athletics Front Row mobile app. Sign up for any of the sports you want to follow, including volleyball, basketball, baseball. You set their preferences. Search Hope Athletics on the App Store or Google Play. Learn more at athletics.hope.edu.
Buchanan gets the first. And she sinks both to give the Dutch the 7-point lead.
Hope now shooting 75% from the charity stripe. 21-14, Hope with 9 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
Ball taken away. Burness loses her footing out of bounds off of Newman, who tried to save that from going out of bounds.
It's a great hustle, though, by the Dutch.
Wishmeyer will take that ball out of bounds. Britons have 15 seconds to shoot.
Albion shooting 40% from the field and 33.3% from beyond the arc. So there's some work to do. Down 7. Not out of it by any means.
Cross court to Burness. She drives. Hubbard takes the shot. No good. Buchanan with the rebound. She finds Newman, who will take the ball up the court for the Dutch. Schoonveld on the wing. Wide open, she chooses to drive, kicks out to no one.
There's no one in the same area code, but
I think she expected Mormon to be there. But I guess Carter had tipped that ball, so it'll be a Dutch inbounds right here.
Deflected out of bounds. I didn't see it, but it's Hope ball nonetheless.
Newman to Buchanan. Buchanan back to Newman. No man's land, takes the jumper, no good. On the floor, Wishmeyer sends it back up. Newman will take it. New shot clock set. They're going to reset the offense.
Second chance points and 7th turnover for Albion.
Mormon kicks out to Schoonveld. This time he takes the shot. In and out, no good. Hinton with another rebound. Carter's going to take it. She finds Hubbard, goes out to Wishmeyer. Wishmeyer and Schoonveld. She goes cross court. Burness wide open, in and out again. Buchanan with the rebound. And Newman's going to slow this ball up.
So lid on the basket for both teams. I'd love to see Vasco get going in the second quarter.
A lot of ball movement from the Dutch. Mormon has it. Coach Mo wants some more ball movement. Down to Frankie. And I think that's going to be a foul on 24, Hinton. See a replay. Hinton doing a great job against Buchanan.
Hinton, that is her second. Team's second. Entering the lineup.
That'll be Hinton's second foul, and the Britons are going to need Hinton to kind of watch that. She's been a great job down low against Buchanan and Bosco. Inbounds to Schoonveld. She brings it out. Picked by Buchanan, she uses it. Spin move, kind of a prayer shot, gets it to go.
On spin cycle, pressing the circle button on the Xbox controller. Moves I could only dream of. She gets to go, 23-14 Hope.
Carter beats Newman, goes for the shot, no good. Help defense from Buchanan. Schoonveld's gonna push. She's got a Wolf behind her, picks up her dribble, double team, and that'll be a jump ball. Great defense from Carter. Good hustle play. Wrap up Schoonveld.
See, neither team willing to concede. Both teams wanting it. Highly touted conference game. Albion not out of it by any means. Hope having trouble putting them away.
Jenny Beckman checks in for the Dutch. Carter takes it across. Pick. Carter sends it cross court to Wishmeyer. And they find Gillum just off the front of the rim. Bosco takes it. Gives a nice easy pass to Newman. Nice little seal play from Newman. Buchanan's gonna get the ball taken away from Carter. Carter to Hinton, double teamed over the arms of Bosco. Great poised finish.
That's a great shot angle, being able to finish at the rim. Albion's gonna need more plays like that if they want to stay in this. And Beckman took an extra step, so she'll get called for a travel.
Brittany Lutz will come into the game for the Britons, as well as number 30, Jamie Hubbard.
And DeSchmidt back into the game for the Dutch.
Lutz with the ball against DeSchmidt. DeSchmidt trips her up on the ground. Wishmeyer takes control over to Gillum. Gillum against Gerber with a spin move. No good. Schoonveld scoops it up before it goes out of bounds. She'll bring it across, finds DeSchmidt. Beckman has it. Swings it out to Gerber. Gerber goes for the deep three, gets it to go. And she's another player for the Dutch that if she's out there beyond the arc, you got to get a hand in her face. Otherwise, she's going to take that every single time.
26-16 Hope, 5:38 remaining in the first half. Full timeout taken by the Britons. We'll be back after hearing a message from our sponsors, Lawrence and Vanderswerk.
As we have a very special announcement for you. So please, at the half, stick around for a very, very special announcement.
You know, when you're more than a manager, you're not just saying, wow, you came in, thanks for coming in, and you know, this is what your investment did. It's so much more than that. There's so much more going on in their lives than just these investments, and it's good to understand that totality so that you can say, well, you know, I know there's a better way of doing this, or I have a resource. I know, you know, there's some other resources that we can help you with here. So it's not just financial planning. It's serving people. It's serving people and loving on people. And that's very joyful.
Welcome back to DeVos Fieldhouse. Once again, thank you to Lawrence and Vanderswart for making this broadcast possible, giving Brajan and I a job, and just everything they do for Hope College. You see them on the back of all of our t-shirts. They've just been a huge influence here, and we're very grateful for them as we get play underway.
Always good to be employed.
Always. 26-16, 10-point lead from the Dutch. 3-point there from the Britons. Air ball. DeSchmidt picks it up. Coach Mo wants her to slow it up.
I think that's a smart move by Coach Mo. Not trying to rush things. Up 10. Trying to take this game to the half, up a significant amount. Get back to your base offense.
Beckman has it. Out to DeSchmidt. DeSchmidt to Gerber. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Beckman wide open, and she gets it to go. Great ball movement from the Dutch. A lot of passing and cutting. That's some good offense that you like to see. DeSchmidt breaks up that.
No hesitation by Beckman whatsoever. Just putting it up, and Beckman's going to get called for the foul. Just inadvertent contact. Not even facing her. Turned around, but. So Emily Burness, the junior from Waterford, Michigan, heads to the charity stripe for 3. Great chance for string together some points, and the first one is no go. Take a look at the replay here. And it's so hard when you have momentum trying to go block a shot to not make contact. Beckman did her best, but Burness at the free throw line.
She gets the second one to go. And she hits 2 out of the 3, gives herself 7 points. 4:40 left to go in the second quarter. DeSchmidt brings it up, finds Beckman. Beckman to Buchanan up top. They find DeSchmidt again. She drives. Left hand blocked by Wishmeyer. Good help defense from Lukes to come on that baseline to take away the drive.
It's a good job of just being aware of where the ball is and not drawing contact, but playing the ball.
Inbounded to Gerber. She finds Beckman. Beckman back to Gerber, almost over the back. She saves it. DeSchmidt has it. 4 seconds left to go, and DeSchmidt is going to throw that one into the bench of the Britons.
29-18 remaining in the first half.
Woods taking the ball up. She finds Wishmeyer. She's against Schoonveld.
Albion playing on a little momentum streak right now.
Larson has it. She picks up her dribble, finds Wishmeyer. Into the middle to Hubbard. Cross court to Lutz. Air ball. Wishmeyer saves it. Got her toes in bounds. 1 second left to go, and she's going to get a shot clock violation, but DeSchmidt's going to push. Good bounce pass to Buchanan, and good finish.
I don't think Albion was aware of the shot clock. No. She had her back to the basket, unable to see how much time was left, and Hope turns into an easy 2.
Larson up top. Out to Burness. Burness picks up her dribble. Larson for 3. Another air ball. Buchanan with the rebound. DeSchmidt's going to push again. Buchanan gets tripped up. No call. Schoonveld for the 3. Good arc. No good. Wishmeyer saves that one on the rebound.
So Albion trying to keep this game within 10 as we near 3 minutes remaining.
Wishmeyer tries for the 3. No good. DeSchmidt's going to push. Buchanan coming charging in. Hesitation. Can't finish. Larson in the corner. She's going to find Burness to take the ball up the court.
I would have gone right up instead of dribbling the ball and going up.
Yeah, could have drawn the contact, maybe gotten the and 1 call. Burness down low against Beckman. Nice little floater shot.
So an 11-point game. 2:20 remaining. Albion looking for a stop.
Schmidt with a step back, no good. Gerber's there. She's going to take it with a scoop shot. Good job by Gerber. We're going to get a timeout. timeout from Coach Hardin. It's going to be a 30-second call, so we're going to keep it here. 33-20. The Dutch have the 13-point lead, 2:10 left to go in the second quarter. And it might be a 13-point lead, but Bajana doesn't really feel like it.
Seems like a much closer game.
Right.
Hope usually up by like plus 20
Exactly.
At this point in the game with other teams, but Albion's sticking around.
Albion has 8 turnovers, so that has led to 10 points for the Dutch. So kind of a big thing that we saw, a couple turnovers. Not that Hope capitalized on the last couple turnovers, missing a couple easy bunny shots. But something that the Britons really got to pay attention to, and I think in the last couple possessions, they've kind of rushed their shots. I mean, it was a good shot down there by Burness, but a couple rushed threes that I don't think were high-quality shots, just kind of getting caught up in the high-intensity transition offense that the Dutch have. So what do you think the Britons need to do offensively to bring it?
Well, their inside game's been working. If you look at the stat sheet, they've been shooting 2 of 13, so 15.4% from beyond the arc, so it has been working. They need to get back to their inside game, which has been their bread and butter all game long, and they get called for a traveling call. It'll be a turnover. Hope up 13.
But I think you're right. I think at this point they're trying to live and die by the 3, and if it's not working for you, you can't force it. You got to find another avenue to score.
2-point shots can still be cool.
Right, exactly.
Maybe I'm saying that because I can't hit threes.
Bosco down low, pass from Newman. She draws the foul.
Bosco really hasn't been gotten, I mean, she hasn't been going all game long, but good to see her get to the line. Try to get a quick 2. Check out the replay here.
Good flash from Bosco. Foul on Gillum. Bosco hits the first, and I think that's something that that the Dutch could really use, kind of that high-low action from Thomas and Bosco. A lot of height going on. Both of them completely capable of shooting kind of the jumper from the free throw line. So hopefully we can see a little bit more of that action. Burness drives past Mormon. Nice goal.
It's a nice drive.
There's no help defense. Russell came in, but good job of no choice of fouling. Newman brings it across the halfway mark. She finds Bosco. Bosco to Thomas down low. She goes fakes right, goes left, off the backboard, no good. Carter has it.
1 minute remaining in the first half. Hope up 12.
Rowan passes it out to Shoot, who gets her first appearance of the game.
She gets called for a travel. Took a couple unsolicited extra steps. We'll get a series of substitutions coming to the game. Erica Tolbert comes in. Schoonveld and
Wishmeyer is going to come into the game for the Britons.
Buchanan comes in, the senior from Grant.
Erica Tolbert's going to take this ball up the court. Buchanan has it. Drives, kicks it out to Schoonveld. She drives in the paint, finds Mormon. Mormon with a quick jumper. No good on the 3. Great box out by Gillum. And she finds Carter with about 33 seconds left to go, guarded by Tolbert.
Albion trying to keep this game within 10 heading into the half.
15 seconds on the shot clock. Tolbert gives her some space, chooses the pressure now. And they're going to lose their footing from Carter. Tolbert's going to get called for the foul. 17 seconds. Shot clock is off. Britons are going to take that out of bounds from the sideline.
So Tolbert just checks in and picks up a foul.
Wishmeyer is going to take it out. Hubbard gets it. 15 seconds. Good job by Tolbert to jump the passing lane. Missed pass. Thomas has it. She's got a wolf behind her. Finds Buchanan. Goes for the fadeaway. No good. Doesn't get called for the foul. No whistle. 3 seconds left to go. Burness tried to save it, but she's out of bounds. So the Dutch are going to get an out-of-bounds play. We'll see Madeline Stanley check into the game. 3.7 seconds. Buchanan is going to go for the jumper. I don't think she needed to shoot it that fast, but she goes in the air. And then Burness is going to take a shot after the buzzer goes. So that'll do it here for us for the first half, 34-22 in favor of the Dutch. We're going to take a quick break for halftime, and we'll see you in a little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you will please direct your attention to the court as we welcome President Dennis Voskuhl and his wife Betty for a very special introduction. President Voskuhl.
It is with excitement, It is with excitement and gratitude and joy that I introduce our next president at Hope College, Matt Scogan. Ja, auch wenn du willst. And his wife, Sarah, his daughter, Sophie, their daughter, Lucy, and Oliver. Matt?
Well, thank you. This is such an honor to be home, and it does feel like we're home. We've had an amazing 24-hour period. Everyone has been so welcoming, and this just is such an incredible honor, and we as a family are so excited to be joining your family, and so I look forward to getting to know all of you and meeting all of you and working with all of you. And for now, I just want to thank Dennis and Betty for their service to Hope College over the last 2 years. Dennis, I'm grateful for your friendship and look forward to your guidance and wisdom in the months and years to come. And yeah, we're incredibly excited and we're grateful to have been given this opportunity, and we look forward to great things for Hope's future.
Ready?
All right, fans, now it's time for our halftime shootout. We have a couple competitors out here right now. Who do we have?
Caleb and Brett.
Caleb and Brett. Caleb and Brett, the first person to make a layup, a free throw, and a three-point shot will win a prize. Caleb and Brett, on your mark, get set, go. Comes down to the three-point shot. And it's Brett. Brett is your winner of the halftime shootout. Have a round of applause for both participants. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner for the Buffalo Wild Wings Brain Buster Trivia Challenge. Today's winner is John Hoekstra. John Hoekstra, you are the Buffalo Wild Wings Brain Buster Trivia winner. You can come down here to the scores table to pick up your $15 gift certificate to Buffalo Wild Wings. As always, a big thank you to Buffalo Wild Wings for their continued support of Hope College athletics. Here are your individual scoring stats from the first half. First, for the Britons of Albion College, number 14, Sam Carter with 1 point. Number 44, Maya Gillum with 2 points. Number 24, Rain Hinton with 3 points. Number 23, Evelyn Wishmeyer with 5 points. And team and game high honors to number 32, Emily Burness leading the way for the Britons with 11 points. For the Flying Dutch, number 5, Olivia Voskuhl with 1 point. Number 4, Jenny Beckman, and number 23, Lauren Newman, both with 3 points. Number 31, Mallory Gerber with 5 points. Number 12, Casey DeSmit with 6 points. Number 21, Francesca Buchanan, 7 points. And team high honors to number 20, Kennedy Schoonveld, leading the way for the Flying Dutch in the first half with 9 points.
If I ever took a loss, I learned a lesson. I won't ever think I'm better than the next man. I've been down before to come up, I ain't stressing. Baby, I'm too busy counting all these blessings. Count it up, count it up, count it up. Count it up, count it up, count it up. Count it up, count it up, count it up. Blessings. Count it up, count it up, count it up. Count it up, count it up, count it up. Count it up, count it up, count it up. Blessings. I put my mama in the grips and stop stressing. I put my girl in a brand new diamond necklace. She said she need more of my love and affection. Cause lately I've been working harder than ever. She said, baby, you a boss. Baby, clear your schedule. Dollar, you a boss. Let's do something special. Take me on the PJ. We should go to Mexico. I've been down for you, boy, since when the money was low. Anything for my back, cause she a blessing. If you walk.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to DeVos Fieldhouse. I'm Brajan Crispin, joined by Carly Van Swol and a very special guest, President-elect Matthew Scrogan. Matthew, how are you?
Wow, I'm great. Thank you very much for having me. This is an honor.
Yeah, it's so great to have you and your family in town. And just tell us a little bit how the past 24 hours have felt. I imagine it's a whirlwind, you're tired, but great to be here.
It's been an amazing 24 hours. We got the official word around 3 o'clock yesterday, so just a little over 24 hours ago that the board had voted unanimously that I would be the next president. And it's been a whirlwind since then, but it's just been so good, and everybody's been so welcoming. Our middle daughter said to me last night when we were in the hotel room, she said, Daddy, how come Michigan people are so much nicer than New York people?
Oh.
And so we've really felt welcomed here. And, you know, for my wife and me, this is home. And so this is a great chance to kind of come home. We love Hope College. We love this place. And this is a great chance for us to serve a place that we deeply care about.
Yeah, and so for the viewers back home, so you're a 2002 Hope graduate.
That's right.
And what did you major in?
I studied political science and economics here at Hope College, and went on to do other things after that, and never thought this would be in my career path, but it came up, and as I said, the chance to serve this institution that I love deeply was just something that was so exciting to me, and Sarah and I are more excited about this after the last 24 hours than ever before.
Sure. So 34-22 Hope with the 12-point lead as we get set to begin the second half, and I have never ran for anything but the bus. So could you talk a little bit into what the process was like how you got into it, who contacted you, what that whole process was like?
Well, so they did they put together a whole search committee in December last year, and started inviting applications sometime in the spring, and went through a whole process of reference checks and interviews, and then the last process, as you know, was a series of on-campus meetings. It was a couple of weeks ago, and you know, you kind of look back to when I first started thinking about this, and it seemed like such an impossible thing and such a crazy idea, but something that to me just felt right. And I think the search committee kind of got to the same place where on paper it doesn't make a lot of sense for somebody with my age and background to do this job, but it was a fun thing to see how it sort of felt right for them too, I think.
It's going to feel right for the rest of the Hope community as we get to know you and your family more and more. I'm really excited that you're here. Hope has a 10-point lead, 8:54 remaining in the third quarter.
So is there anything that you're extra excited about being back in the Hope College community? Anything that really just kind of makes you excited to be home?
Well, I mean, stuff like this is pretty cool, to be at games and just to kind of be surrounded by this environment with the athletics and the culture and the art and everything that comes with the Hope community, I think is great. I'm excited for my kids. We have 3 young kids, and for them to be sort of raised by this community, I'm thrilled for them. They don't exactly know what we've signed them up for yet, but I'm excited for them because this is going to be great.
Yeah.
So we talked during halftime, and there's some incentive of a dog if you want to go into that a little more.
Yeah, so one thing we told them is that if we move from New York to Michigan, that they could get a dog. So right now that's what they're pretty focused on what dog we're going to get. And,
have they decided on a breed yet?
They haven't decided anything yet. So if people have ideas, if the students want to lobby in ideas for what kind of dog you'd like on campus, you can feel free to lobby them.
I don't know if you want to.
I'm not going to get a vote in this decision. So.
Make a nice little poll on the Hope College Instagram page.
That's right. You can
like
do that.
Yeah,
that's right.
Is there certain kind of your wife are just like, no, absolutely not, or you just kind of open to anything at this point?
I think kind of open to anything. I'd prefer not for it to not be a huge dog, I think, but we'll, I think, like I said, I don't know if I get a vote in this. So.
So with your kids growing up in the Hope community, have you pretty much instilled that, hey, you know what, it'd be great for them to go to Hope as well, as long as they don't go to Calvin. That's the main, it's the main thing right there.
Well, that's a great dream of mine. I love this place, and my wife does too. And I think our kids have heard us talk about this place enough, and they'll see it firsthand now, living here on campus. What a great community this is. So yes, that's something I'm looking forward to.
37-28, the Hope lead. Voskuhl at the top of the key. Voskuhl takes a shot from downtown, off the side of the rim, and Albion regains control. So Muller's going to get called for a reach. 7:08 remaining in the third quarter. And we heard you're a Tigers fan, so that's going to make the Hope community happy with you right away. I'm a diehard White Sox fan, so it's a little bit more difficult, and I think Carly's more of a Cubs fan.
I am a big Cubs
fan.
So
that's.
But Tigers
Chicago
are very
teams
close
Well,
second.
we're kind of in that zone where it's equidistant from
Right.
Detroit to Chicago here, so we can, I know people go both ways, but I grew up loving the Tigers, and so that's kind of my team.
Who's your favorite player growing up?
Oh, I kind of grew up in like the Alan Trammell area and era, and so that's the kind of the team that I remember.
Yeah, that's great.
Gerber from downtown can't get it to go. Great rebound from Hinton, who's kind of taking control of the boards throughout this whole afternoon. Carter brings it across the stripe.
So Matt, you said you had 3 kids, and how old are they?
So our 3 kids are, Sophie is 10, Lucy is 8, and Oliver is 6.
So for those who tuned in yesterday to the press release, your daughter gave a great little speech there. That was great to see.
I was proud of her. She actually volunteered to do that. I didn't ask her to do that, and they had asked if my wife wanted to make remarks, and my wife Sarah was like, "No, thanks, I'm good." And Sophie overheard the conversation, and she said, "Dad, I'll make remarks." And so she volunteered to introduce herself and her siblings, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, I was like, what's that like as a new president, having your daughter up there talk about you?
It's pretty cool.
It's a pretty special moment.
Yeah.
Albion has trimmed the lead to 6. Hope trying to find some offensive consistency, and they'll get the left-handed hook to go by Buchanan. 39-31, about 5 minutes and change remaining in the third quarter. So I know people talk a lot about coming in and having a vision or having something that you want to see at Hope College in the next few years. Just briefly, what are 1 or 2 things that you're really excited to see happen in the Hope community as we go forward here?
I think the first thing is I'm excited to listen and learn, and I don't want to step in and presume to have too many answers too soon. Obviously, my background is not in higher education, so I know that I do have a lot to learn, and I think some of my leadership skills will translate, and some of them won't. And so I think the first thing is I'm looking forward to listening and learning. There are some things that I think would be great for us to focus on, and some things that we're already focused on that I want to continue. I do think that Hope needs a bigger endowment. Our endowment, I think, is just too small, and it's not about having a bigger bank account just for the fact of having a bigger bank account. I think a bigger endowment just allows you to do more stuff. It allows you to pay faculty at more competitive rates. It allows you to have more scholarships, so you can really think about how to make a Hope education more accessible, and so that's a big thing. I want to continue the focus around diversity. I want to really, I think the Bo Richter Center is a great thing, and I want to really kind of leverage our liberal arts background and be in a position to think creatively about the future of work. And work is changing at a pretty dramatic pace. And I think the Bo Richter Center provides a nice bridge between liberal arts and the working world, and so I think that's a great thing.
Yeah, that's great. So for those of you back home who are not familiar with your background, you want to speak a little bit into that? So you graduated with a degree in political science and economics, and then you went into the financial industry and not higher education. What was that like?
So I actually, after Hope, I went to Harvard and did a master's in public policy from Harvard, and then did a research fellowship in Germany studying labor markets and unemployment policy over there, and then came back and did a couple of stints in government, one for the governor of Massachusetts and one for the Treasury Department in D.C. And then for the last 10 years, I've been in New York, about 6 of those 10 years at the New York Stock Exchange, and the last 4 years at a boutique. We think of ourselves as a boutique bank, but we're 650 people with 11 offices around the world, so maybe not quite a boutique anymore, but a smaller bank in New York. And so yeah, I've spent my career kind of in business and the private sector, in government and the private sector. And as I said, I never thought I'd end up in higher education, but I actually do have a profound sense that sort of everything I've done so far in my career might actually have been preparing me for this. And I do feel a deep sense of calling to be back here at Hope for this particular moment.
So is that something you and your wife were on the same page about when you was like, hey, you know what, maybe I want to be president? What was that initial conversation like?
It was an amazing thing where actually, it sort of happened to us on the same day where I had the thought and was sort of too scared to say it out loud, and Sarah had the same thought, and we said it to each other, and it just sort of felt right, even though it was crazy. And so there, obviously lots of conversation and prayers around our dining room table, but we sort of got to the point where, as crazy as the idea seemed, it just felt right.
Yeah.
And so it was a cool thing. It's been great for us, actually, and a good thing for our relationship to kind of have this come in and feel like this is something God's doing in our lives.
Yeah, all's good to be on the same page. 39-38, it's a 1-point game here with Matthew Scogan. Thank you so much for your time. Congratulations on everything.
Thanks for having me. And
we'll see you around campus, and thanks so much for stopping by. Appreciate it.
Thanks, it's great to be with you guys.
We'll be back right after this.
Vanderswart, we're interested in the history of our community. When 26-year-old jeweler Jacob Raven came to Holland in 1889, the northwest corner of 8th Street and River Avenue was already home to the thriving Holland City State Bank. Raven told bank personnel that he wanted to build a clock above the bank to keep the town on time, and it wouldn't cost them a cent. True to his word, Raven raised the funds with donations from merchants and local factories. High above the city streets, the tower was completed in 8.
Yeah. Welcome back to play. Right away, we're going to get a jump ball call to go in favor of the Britons, who, holy cow, have really tripped up the whole Hope College offense and defense. Done a great job making this a 1-point game. Just the hustle plays they've made. They've caused some turnovers, made some big-time shots. So the Britons just completely a different team in this second half.
3:30 remaining. It's a 1-point game. We really haven't seen Hope in a situation like this really all season. Truly being tested. Testament to this Albion team.
Out of bounds play here. Carter has it against Newman. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Carter drives, kicks out to Lutz. Lutz goes baseline. Looks like Mormon and Thomas got a hand on it. Wishmeyer from 3, and they're going to get their first lead of the game for the Britons, 41-39.
When we talk about facing adversity, something Hope has to figure out really how to do. It's a good test as they get into conference play and hoping for good things in the tournament, but it's going to be interesting to see how this Dutch team responds. No call there as Albion pushes the floor.
This one goes out to Gillum. Gillum no good on the 3. Great box out from Gerber. Schmidt's going to push. She's got numbers. 3-on-2 out to Schoonveld. From the 3, can't get it to go. On the ground, who's going to get it? Mormon's there, and so is Carter. Jump ball, but that's going to be the possession arrows in favor of the Dutch. Sydney Muller's going to come into the game for Jessica Mormon, excuse me. And then we're going to see Kayla Russell come in for Schoonveld.
So, Carly, what do you think Hope needs to do? They're down 2 really for the first time all season. What do you think needs to get back in this game?
I think Buchanan's going to check back into the game, but I think Hope's just kind of lost their identity. Yeah. They don't really know what to do in the offensive and defensive end. Big credit to the Britons for the defense that they've thrown at the Dutch, but they got to get that ball movement going more, take higher quality shots. I think we're kind of relying on drawing the foul. Great drive there from Thomas. So we're not really focusing on the finish, we're focusing on the foul, and they're not getting the fouls that they want. Yeah. So maybe it comes from passing the ball around the arc a little bit more, working it in and out. I would love to see more from Thomas and Buchanan, kind of in the middle of things to try to open things up on the outer edge for them as well.
Great insight onto how Hope can get back into this game. It's a tie game, 41-41, 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Schmidt out to Russell. Skip pass to Buchanan. Looking middle, Muller on the short corner, tries the reverse, doesn't get it. Instead goes for the pass to Schmidt for the 3. Muller's down there underneath the basket, gets it. We go from the left-hand layup, 43-41, a minute 38 left to go in this third quarter.
It's a great job being aggressive and pursuing second chance opportunities. Put their team ahead.
free ball by Wishmeyer. She's going to give herself 13 points, and that's just a pure shot right there. DeSchmidt's going to get called for the offensive foul. It's going to be oh, excuse me, it's going to be a Kayla Russell.
The team's fourth foul, as you said, and minute 19 remaining. It's a 1-point game. Hope needs a defensive stop here. Last offensive trip for the Britons resulted in a 3-point shot.
Carter with the ball up top, circles around up against DeSchmidt, goes left, Gillum's there. Thomas goes for the block shot, she doesn't take it, back out to Carter on the three, long. Burness is there in the corner. Stanley misses the layup, Thomas is gonna get it. Brings it down to her waist, and she's gonna draw the foul, from Wishmeyer. See a replay right here. You know, Thomas brought that ball down to her waist. So usually I think that's going to get called as a jump ball, but she's going to draw the foul, and that'll be the 5th foul. So Thomas will go to the line to shoot some free throws.
And Carl, you brought this up in previous games. Thomas is 6'2". It's important to hold the ball higher up and to keep the ball out of reach of your opponent, not bring it down where it's more accessible to steal or at least draw the foul. So it's the little things that could sometimes make the big difference in games like this. Highly contested. It's a 1-point Albion lead. DeVos Fieldhouse a little bit nervous, I would say, right now.
Yeah. Schmidt forcing Burness, excuse me. Gillum up at the three, can't leave her open, and that's exactly why she's going to get the three. 47-43, largest lead for the Britons, and their bench is fired up. Shot clock off. 15 seconds to shoot. DeSchmidt has it up top.
And so you don't need the three right now. Just get some points on the board for the end of the quarter. 8 seconds remaining.
Thomas has it. 4 seconds to go. Picks up her dribble. Turnover on the floor.
That was an ill-advised pass by Thomas into traffic. Sloppy play leads to turnovers. 7/10 of a second remaining. 47-43 Albion.
So the Britons have 0.7 seconds to score, or of a second, excuse me. They're not going to take the shot, they're going to take the inbounds. So that'll do it for us in the third quarter, 43-47 in favor of the Britons. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back to chat about that quarter in a minute.
When you're
Welcome back to DeVos Fieldhouse inside of Hope College. 47-43 in favor of the Albion Britons. Carly Van Swal alongside Berjan Crispin once again. Berjan, what happened in that third quarter?
Well, sloppy basketball, not being disciplined on defense, giving up the big shot over and over again. I mean, like you said, going into halftime, Hope hadn't really found their offensive identity really during this game, and I think it caught up to them. You don't typically see this team make the kind of mistakes they did, but and credit to Albion. I mean, it's a team coming in that not many people gave a chance to win, and they are 7-1, so they're good. They're a good program, and they are up 4 here to come down to which team can finish. And we're gonna get a traveling violation on Schoonville. Not how you want to start the quarter.
And Berjan, I think something interesting to pay attention to is Hope has 43 points going into this fourth quarter. Hope has never been held to this low of scoring game, and I couldn't tell you how long.
Yeah, they usually have 43 at the end of the half or at the end of a quarter sometimes.
Wishmeyer again, ride that horse because she's doing a phenomenal job on the 3. 16 points. She's having herself an afternoon.
Hope's undefeated streak on the line. 50-43. Hope desperately trying to claw back into this one. Down 7 on their home court. Need to get something going.
Pass was a dangerous one out to Newman. Corner from Muller. Muller's going to get a 3-pointer to go. Big time play from the transfer sophomore.
4-point game, 9 minutes remaining. Defensive stops getting bigger and bigger.
Carter has it. Hubbard wide open. Thomas on the hedge. No good from Hubbard. Spoonville will bring it down.
And the Dutch were lucky on that one. Thomas wasn't able to recover.
Same spot, can't get it to go. No one's there to rebound. The Dutch are losing the rebounding game, and they're really missing out on those second chance opportunities.
And they're usually a solid team at boxing out and creating second chance points and crashing the glass. Getting a little complacent, and now is definitely not the time. Down 4 in the fourth quarter.
Hubbard picks up her dribble. She finds Burness. Down low to Hinton against Buchanan. She's gonna finish even with the help defense from Thomas. Not phased whatsoever.
The big time players make big time plays. Understanding the situation and knowing that she can really have an impact down the stretch.
And Bergeron, you mentioned in that first half something that the Britons needed to do was work those 2-point plays, and they've done a great job so far. Muller again with the 3, 2 for 3 in the last minute and a half, single-handedly bringing this team back in on the offensive end. Carter drives, brings it back out against Newman. She's gonna go right hand. She's gonna finish, not a lot of contest. Muller's gonna drive this time. Kicks back out to no one. Newman saves it. Good hustle play. Thomas is gonna drive. Picks up her dribble. Muller looked at it. Thomas is gonna take her shot at it and gets it to go. She goes in, she can go out.
Not something we've seen from Thomas usually this season, able to knock down the crucial 3. 7 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, 54-52. Albion, this place starting to come alive.
2-3 zone from the Dutch, 2-point game, just under 7 minutes to go. Hubbard with it. In the corner to Wishmeyer, someone you can't leave open. You need a hand in her face and gotta know where she is at all times. Thomas telegraphed that pass all the way. It's going to be a kick off the Britons. Muller will pass in this ball on the sideline. Passing to Newman. Spoonville to Buchanan. Buchanan looks to work, fakes right, goes left and one. That's what you want to see from your senior.
It's a good job of staying physical and able to get in the ball to go in and get a chip to the charity stripe. 6:29 remaining. Chance to cut this to a 1-point game. Voskel checks in for Thomas.
Buchanan at the line. Excuse me, lose my voice. Just getting too excited over here. Buchanan gets the 3-point play the hard way.
Hope needs to contain the perimeter. Albion has had a lot of success with that this past quarter. Need to stop the 3-point shot.
Hubbard has it. Finds Burness. In the corners, Wishmeyer. They go low to Hinton. Hinton blocked by Voskel. Hubbard picks it up in the paint. Another block by Voskel. And she's going to draw the foul.
Great hustle play by Voskel. Let's take a look at the replay here. One rejection, follows it up with another one. 2 quick invitations to the block party sent out by Olivia Voskel. 56-55.
Hinton just fouled out for Albion. And that's going to take a huge toll on the Britons.
So that is Hinton's fist. She'll come out. with the double-double. 6:07 remaining. Hope down by 1, but it feels like they're riding a little bit of momentum right now.
Gilman's going to sub in for Hinton.
Run some kind of ball screen and get Voskuhl involved down low.
Double screen there. Newman keeps it, finds Voskuhl. She's going to go across to Muller. Muller's going to go for a 3! 3 for 4 in this fourth quarter. Holy cow, what a performance by Sydney Muller.
11 points for Muller. 5:35 remaining.
The Dutch are up 2. Carter finds Bernis up top. Bernis is going to get the 3 to go. And it's a competition of the 3-point game. 1-point game. Newman has it. 15 seconds on the shot clock. She's going to drive. Scoop, can't finish.
Hope needs to stop here. Cannot afford any kind of Albion point. 5 minutes remaining.
Carter against Newman. Carter's going to drive. Newman, I believe, is going to get called for the foul. Refs are discussing. Let's see a replay while they decide. That will be on Newman.
Since they're giving up the basket, the ball goes baseline.
Wishmeyer can't get it to go on the inbounds, but she's going to do the hard play, get the and one call, and she's fired up too.
Took a job of staying with it and getting the second chance opportunity. 61-58 pending the 3-point shot.
That's 20 points for Wishmeyer. She gets it to go, brings it to 21. That'll be her 6th rebound of the day. 4-point game. Newman has it. She'll find Voskuhl. Voskuhl to Buchanan. Hope offense seems a little stagnant. Newman with the drive. This time she gets it to go. Nice little Euro step. Carter's going to push. Newman coming back on the hustle for the defense.
2-point game. Defense needs to stop. Looking inside, and it's stolen by the Dutch.
Newman's going to slow it up. Big possession. Muller has it. She finds Voskuhl. They look middle to Buchanan. She goes left hand.
Just looked too easy. Just goes up with the left hand, lays it off with the glass for 2. We're tied. 3:50 remaining in this game.
And the Dutch are going to want to continue to get Buchanan involved if they want to win this game. The Britons really missing the presence of Hinton. Wishmeyer wide open. She's not going to take it. Miss pass, turnover from the Britons.
If that was Wishmeyer, I just would have gone up with it instead of kicking it out, but it works out for the Dutch, 62-62.
I think Wishmeyer's, proven tonight, 21 points, that she's capable of making those shots. 3:35 left to go. Muller has it on the wing. She finds Voskuhl back down to Buchanan. She's going to go back. Doesn't get the foul. Schoonveld's there. Good box out from Bernis as Schoonveld tips that one off the front of the rim. Carter has it. Looks to set up the offense. Hubbard's there for the pick if she wants it. Newman gets through. Bernis fakes the shot, finds Gillum. Gillum goes for a 3, no good. Newman brings down the rebound. She's going to push. She'll bring it back out. Finds Muller. Muller's going to take it right down to the baseline. Skip past the Schoonveld, down to Buchanan. Buchanan's going to go left, can't get it to go. Finds the foul, though. Draws that contact.
It's a Good job by Buchanan playing her game down low. See the replay here. Unselfish basketball. Putting the spin move on and drawing contact. She'll head to the line for two. 62-62. 2 minutes and change remaining.
Buchanan gets the first one. Make that 15 points for her. And she'll get the second one. 2-point lead for Hope, 64-62.
Buchanan with 16 points on the afternoon.
Newman with a laser-focused defense, but the Britons are going to call a timeout. We're going to get a full timeout, so we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
At Lawrence and Vanderswart, we are interested in the history of our community. This farm once belonged to Albertus Van Raalte, founding father of the city of Holland. And this house, built by his son Ben in 1872, has been known through the years as the Maples, due to the large trees in the front yard planted by Van Raalte himself. These trees stand today because of the industry and vision of Albertus Van Raalte. Today, the DeGraff Nature Center taps the maples and demonstrates how maple syrup was made centuries ago. Innovation and ambition today can pay dividends for decades. Lawrence and Vanderswart, interested in our history, invested in our future.
Welcome back to DeVos Fieldhouse. We want to give one last shout out of the game to our favorite sponsors, Lawrence and Vanderswart, for all they do for Hope College. And while we're at it with our thank yous, a big thank you to our camera crew and all our people in the back who are making this broadcast what it is, making it look nice, and they do a great job, and we're very thankful for them. We just talk, so we do the easy part. They get stuck with all the hard stuff, so we're very thankful for them.
I don't understand technology, so it's great to just talk in a microphone. 64-62, the Hope lead. Albion trying to tie this thing up. 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in a contested fourth quarter.
Burness drives, baseline. Hope defense is there. Wishmeyer open on the three. That's dangerous. Bobbles around, no good. Gillum's going to get the rebound. Tripped up in the paint, but she recovers. Carter will hand it. She drives, tipped away from Bosco. Almost looked a little casual.
It's like, oh, no big deal. I'm 6'2", I'll just block your shot. Timely block there. 2 minutes and 8 seconds remaining. 22 seconds remaining on the shot clock.
Skip pass to Gillum. Bosco's there. Help from Buchanan. Hubbard's there on the baseline. No help. Good job. Hesitation from Hubbard. She ties the ball game up.
What happens when you don't help on defense? Easy buckets. 64-64.
2-3 zone for the Britons. We're going to get a timeout from Coach Mo. Another full timeout.
It's a full timeout, so we'll step away and hear once again from our sponsors and dear friends, Lawrence and Vanderswart.
At Lawrence and Vanderswart, we are interested in the history of our community. In 1851, Holland's founder, Albertus Van Raalte, wanted to establish a secondary school where students could get the best education with an emphasis on Christian character. Originally called Pioneer School, Van Raalte set up classes in an orphanage on 12th Street. By 1857, the new Van Vleck Hall was completed. It provided classrooms, a library, and housing for 10 students, along with the school principal. In 1862, the school was renamed Hope College, and the first graduating class received their diplomas in the spring of 1866. Innovation and ambition today can pay dividends for decades. Lawrence and Vanderswart, interested in our history, invested in our future.
Welcome back as this timeout comes to a conclusion. Both teams head back onto the floor. Once again, thank you to Lawrence and Vanderswart. We're going to get a sideline out-of-bounds play from the Dutch. Muller will inbound it right away to Newman, who just hops right over the line. She's going to go to Muller. Spoonville skip pass all the way to Newman. Newman's going to come in, left-hand layup, gets it to go. 66-64, minute 25 to go, and everyone in DeVos Fieldhouse is on the edge of their seats, including Brajan and I.
How could you not be? 66-64.
Carter missed pass intended, and I think that call's going to get overruled. Originally it was going to be in favor of the Britons, but overruled in favor of the Dutch. 2-point lead, 1:10 left to go, 23 seconds on the shot clock. Newman has it.
Dutch needs some insurance points here to put this thing away. Minute remaining.
Newman with the drive, and she finishes. 4-point game. Under a minute to go. Carter's going to take it. Burness looks for the shot, decides not to take it. Carter drives. Picks up her dribble. Burness there for the three. No good. Rebounds up in the air. Newman's going to recover. 36 seconds left to go. They hand it off to Muller. They're going to foul Muller with 32 and a half seconds left to go. 68-64 for the Dutch. So that's the fourth foul on the Britons. So the next one will send the Dutch to the line. Muller will take it out of bounds from the opposite sideline by the student section. And I think we're going to get a timeout from Coach Mo. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. And Brajan, 4-point game. What do the Dutch need to do to keep this lead? We're going to see some highlights, but while we see those.
I think we need to stay sound defensively, keeping your feet low, switching, not allowing an open shot, especially from beyond the arc. 32 seconds with timeouts left for both teams is a long time in basketball. So staying sound defensively, not being able to overcompensate any passes, being able to get back on defense. Those are all going to be important as we get down the stretch. Thankfully, Hope is a 4-point lead. It's not any reason to let your foot off the gas.
No, and the Britons have done a great job in the second half on the three ball, so definitely something that Hope needs to be prepared for and watch out for on the defensive end. And as you said, moving their feet on the defense, because Wishmeyer specifically has gotten a couple and-one calls. So Newman this time will take it to Muller. They're going to foul Muller. Usually Muller taking the ball out of bounds, so I think that was maybe a strategic move from Coach Mo. Maybe Muller a little bit of a better free throw shooter than Newman.
Need to sink one or two of these to try and put this game away. And, March Madness came a little bit early.
Muller gets the first one to go. Muller, graduate from my high school. I got the pleasure of playing with Muller when she was a sophomore and I was a senior at Christian High, and I can attest to the fact that Muller was by far our best free throw shooter. As she gets the second one to go, 6-point lead, and we're gonna get a timeout call, but Brajan, I think we gotta give a lot of this kind of lead to Sydney Muller. She kind of became that Energizer bunny that they needed, making those big threes. She had a nice drive in there, kind of a...
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. If we had a player of the game, I think it would be Muller. Like you said, capitalizing some big shots that they needed down the stretch. And shooting those free throws at the end. Lead is 4, still not 6. Excuse me, I can't do math. The lead is 6. Able to get a defensive stop and then head back to the line. And that should do it. Make sure to stay tuned for this evening's matchup against the highly touted UW-Stevens Point, top-ranked team in the country. Should be an exciting and thrilling atmosphere at DeVos. We will be back on the call, joined by the wonderfully and talented Stephen Binnig on the call as well. Make sure to stay tuned. 7 p.m. from DeVos. Take you back to play. 30.6 seconds remaining. Hope up 6.
Wishmeyer for the inbounds. We're going to get a 5-second violation.
And that is huge. Unable to get the pass off. And the Britons coach not happy.
Maybe a little bit of a late whistle.
We've had issues with the late whistle several times this afternoon. Voskuhl checks out.
Gerber will check into the game, as well as number 10, Amanda Larson, for the Britons.
Gerber, one of the better three-point shooting Dutch on this team.
30 seconds to go, 70-64. Full court pressure from the Britons. I think they're discussing how much time they want to put on the clock. They're going to stick with 30.6. Muller will get it, and they're going to foul Muller again.
So she hits these two. It should just about do it, but don't count your eggs before they hatch. 28.9 seconds remaining in this game.
And as Muller gets ready to shoot this first free throw, I want to give a nice shout out to Tyra Smith and Angelique Gaddy, who are here. They graduated 2 years ago. Two big guards from this Hope team a couple years ago, made a big impact and kind of helped facilitate the success of this team. And so exciting to see alumni come back and support the team that they used to be on, as Muller gets the first to go.
Speaking of coming back, always great to have the new president-elect in his family here, Matthew Scogan, the 14th president-to-be of Hope College. Stopped by earlier, and he'll be around this evening as well. Stay tuned to hear from our new president this evening.
Newman with some great defense, and I think at the end she's going to get called for a foul. Not a shooting foul, thankfully for the Dutch, so they're going to take the ball out on the baseline. Carter will take it.
And the shot clock is turned off.
Inbounds to Gillum. Gillum drives up against Voskuhl, decides not to take it. Hubbard open in the short corner, gets it to bang around and go, 15 seconds. And Newman will get fouled. She'll get sent to the line. That was Hubbard's 9th point of the afternoon.
So 13.9 seconds remaining, 72-66. Since these two, you can pretty much drive home safely. First shot is up and good.
Got the shooter's roll on that one. And she'll get both to go. 9 points for her, 10 seconds to go. Fake three, ends up back on the 3 line for Bernis. Rebounded from Buchanan. And I think Newman's just gonna dribble it out, smile on her face. Close game. Made us all a little nervous here in DeVos Fieldhouse, but the Dutch are gonna pull it away, 74-66. That's what you love to see from the Dutch. We want to thank all you at home for watching and tuning in. Hopefully, like Rajan said earlier, you'll stick around for the 7 o'clock game. Take a little break for the JV men's game. We'll play right after this. And once again, I'm Carly Renswell alongside Rajan Crispin. Thank you for having us. Rajan, thank you for being here.
Thank you, as always a pleasure. Make sure to tune back in. As Carly said, thank you and good afternoon.
Ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder, there is a men's junior varsity contest coming up here shortly. So stick around for some more Hope College basketball action. Men's junior varsity in the next few minutes.